Hi guys, my name is Alex Alborz and I'm here with
Tom Cogswell, another brand manager here from SpektrumRC.
Spektrum, yeah. And today we're going to talk to you, kind of give you a brief overview about the new and exciting iX20. Yeah.
So like the iX12, we're going to do an instructional series on the top features and more features by your request on the iX20. So we're going to go over a lot of the new features with the iX20. But in this video, we're just going to give you a brief overview of what the iX20 is and what it is preceding, or what had preceded to it, essentially. So iX20 wise, let's just go ahead and boot it up while we're talking here, since I turned it on. And you guys can see just how much faster it is than previous iterations. So boot up from cold dead off on to all the way on is usually about 50 seconds.
Okay.
So you guys can time in here if you're watching the video. But we'll go ahead and look at
I see
some
you
of
have
the older ones.
The DX18
We got
and
a
the
DX18.
iX12, yeah.
So this is the 18 next to it.
Right.
So it's much more kind of the size of a DX18. And the iX12 is the little brother of it. So it's got a smaller screen. The iX12 has a 4-inch screen, whereas the iX20 has a 5-inch
screen. Yeah, it's one of the big differences, right?
Yep, bigger screen, better color, higher resolution, and better contrast than the iX12. So it looks better in the sun.
Right.
Yep.
So the boot up time is about, you say 50 seconds, right?
Yep, and it's going to the airware right now. So it's
right now, so it's about 50 seconds.
Fast.
Now, while you're flying the field, we don't recommend you turn it off.
Right.
You can put it sleep.
Yeah.
Right. So let's do that. I don't know if you can do it now while we're booting up. So
so sleep mode is super simple. If you guys don't want to turn it off and on at the field, and we recommend that you just use sleep mode when you're not going to be, or when you're not flying, but you're going to be using it within the near future.
Right.
So it's easy enough. I'll bring it back over here, and we simply double tap the power button.
Okay.
And you press and hold the big orange quick sleep button. So you can almost do that, without even having to look at the radio.
Right.
Which I think is really simple. So now it's in sleep mode, and it's saving power. It's essentially off, and if we want to turn it back on, you just tap the power button. And
a good comparison for that is like, you don't turn your cell phone off every time you talk to a person, then back on, right? You just leave it on and all the time. So this is kind of the same thing while you're, so it's basically the same thing.
You probably leave your cell phone on constantly.
Right, right. So one of the other differences, actually, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What is your main feature about the iX20 that you like the most?
My favorite feature about the iX20.
Let's talk about that.
I would say my favorite feature, honestly, is the camera.
Oh, there you go.
So it's got a little camera on the back.
Okay.
Right there. It's hard to see. I'll bring it into my other camera. So there's a little tiny camera there, and it's super easy. So luckily enough, we have a new model on the screen. And to take a picture, you just simply go to, you got to go to the model select menu. And then we go to our model, tap on the picture, and it says take pictures down there in the right-hand corner. You tap on that, and it boots up the camera. And there we are.
We're going to take a picture. There you go.
You guys can see that. See if we can take a selfie.
There you go. Let's try that.
There it goes.
All right. That's
and it worked.
Yeah, look at that. Cool.
Good stuff. So, and easily enough, there it is, right on the screen.
And you can take that picture and just, you can, put it on your model and stuff like that. So
so it's a super easy way to assign a picture to your model instead of having to go through our pre-assigned ones or try to transfer one from the internet. It's less than a minute and you can take a picture of it.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
So that's my favorite feature. And you can share it on Instagram and stuff like that if you want.
Social media. There you go.
If you wanted to Snapchat from your
show off your new airplane or whatever.
Absolutely.
There you go.
There you go. So we'll turn the tables on you, Alex. What's your favorite?
Oh my God. Let me see. I like the capacitive touch.
Capacitive touch.
Yeah, when I fly, just my regular, 6-channel airplanes, and I have a radio like the iX12, the one that I'm using now. I sometimes get confused of what switch is what.
Right.
And sometimes I just pressing switches and nothing is happening. I'm being lazy that I am.
Was that my dual rate switch or
is that the flaps? Is that whatever, the landing gear?
Yeah.
So with this, you just touch the switch and it tells your voice alerts what it is.
And it's really cool. You can assign it to every position of the switch.
Okay.
So you can say, let's say the C switch is our dual rate switch. If we put it in the middle position, that's your mid rate. You tap that, you don't move the switch at all, you just tap it and it says aileron dual rate mid, or whatever you want it to say.
Right.
And that's all pre-assignable to every switch and even the gimbal switches, or gimbal sticks. on the radio. So you can assign timers and telemetry warnings to your gimbal sticks as well.
That is pretty cool. Pretty cool feature.
One thing to note about that, though, is that it doesn't have any effect on your airplane.
Right.
So you're not going to be dropping your flaps on accident by just attaching a switch.
You still got to press the button or
right.
flip the switch.
Right. It's more or less for audio callouts and telemetry warnings and things like that.
That is pretty cool.
So those are two features that we're going to go into way into depth, showing you guys throughout this instructional series on how to use them. And just, there's so many new features. I think I've got like 20 new videos.
We have a big list of videos for you guys.
To show off just with the iX20. But if there's other basic features that you are looking to learn more about, I would refer you back to the iX12 Instructional Series. Right. We covered a lot of the stuff that the iX20 can do in that instructional series, and it'll help you get started on things like model setup and flaps and mixing and things like that.
Yeah, and if you have any questions or suggestions of what video, what kind of problems you're having, or any issues or any, just let us know, and then maybe we can shoot a quick video.
Right. Yeah. If you got suggestions, if there's something in particular that you want to see, go ahead and comment below, and we'll see if we can't tie it in our new instructional series for the iX20.
Coming up soon.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on this video. Thank you, Alex, for sitting next to me.
Not a problem.
Look for this fine face for the next couple of videos, and we'll get it started.
See you next time.
Thank you.